Welcome, everybody, to the Heart Full of Hallmark podcast. I'm not alone today. I'm with Barbara Niven. How are you doing today?
Hi, guys. And I love the name of your podcast, Heart Full of Hallmark. Couldn't be any better because that's what Hallmark is too. So, and I think that any man who watches Hallmark and does a Hallmark podcast is my kind of guy. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Our name was a team effort. So yeah. I met my two friends, right?
Yes.
And they said, we would like to do a podcast. So I said, would you like to do a Hallmark podcast? They jumped on it, and I said, I will do the show, all the pictures, the videos, everything. All I want you to do is come up with a name. So they came up with like 17 names. And then I'm like, you girls pick this name.
So, you're a good guy, Noah. Thank you.
Thank you. But sadly, both of my co-hosts can't be here, but we will have them on next time.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a couple questions for you from them.
Sure. And a shout out to Kirsten for being a teacher, one of the most appreciated professions, underpaid professions. And so she's got delayed because she was doing teaching. And so anyway, hi, and I hope to meet you next time, honey.
And she has a stressful time, but you know what? We love her. She has a stressful plate, but we know she is the best teacher in that place. She's brand new and she gets better every single day. And I'm so proud of her. But she is so kind and loves all the Hallmark movies.
Aw. And yeah, so we're definitely all kindred spirits here. If you're watching too, welcome to the club. I watch Hallmark too. I go to sleep to Golden Girls every single night still, just like I used to do with my mom.
Oh, it's such a sweet show.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite girl?
Probably Rue McClanahan, Blanche. Mostly because I did a movie with her years ago, one of my first Hallmark movies ever, Back to You and Me. And we stayed at the same B&B. And every night when we get home, we go down and we'd have a glass of wine because at the B&B they had wine time. And she'd tell me stories about the Golden Girls, and it was to die for. And she was amazing. And their stories on Golden Girls are so timeless. I think we need to bring Golden Girls back in a modern way.
Yes. And I heard there is a reboot coming, but they haven't cast anybody. Yes. There's
oh my God. Please, whoever's casting, look my way, please. I'll play anything. I'll play we'll add a cat or a dog. I'll do that. I would just love to get in on that
one. We should see, but we are here to talk about a brand new film that you're in.
Yep.
And how did your character in the Hannah Swenson films come to be? Was it an offer, or did you have to audition for this role?
No, it was actually an offer. The CEO at that time said he was reading a book, and we had a different producer then to executive producer, and Allison Sweeney had been cast. And luckily, they called me and offered me the role, and it is the role of a lifetime to play Dolores. I mean, just knowing, I always look up words and look up what the meanings are. And when you see the word Dolores, you just know she's a character. She's out there. She's loud. She's got big jewelry, big hair, and big opinions. Yes. And we're just doing our 10th movie, I think, is what the Sprinkle of Deceit is. That's airing this Friday night on Hallmark Mystery, I believe. And we've been doing this 10 years. So to get to do that and develop our friendships and our relationship on set and work on a character for so long is absolutely what every actor dreams of. So.
What are they like on set? I've talked to some people, and one thing that I've been told is that Allison Sweeney is so down to earth, and she knows her craft so well, and she's on
Oh,
point every
she
scene.
does. She does. Guys, settle down. Okay, so you're hearing stuff in the background. My 2 dogs are playing with my cat. So guys, a little loud, but that's just how it is in my household. And when the grandkids are here, it's even more so. So yes, back to Allison. She is the epitome of professionalism. She knows her craft because, I think people have a different idea of soaps. They believe that, maybe it's a training ground. And I think for a lot of us, it's where we start out in soaps. But man, do you have to learn quickly, because sometimes you have at least 55 pages in one day. You have to know your craft so well that not only do you memorize quickly, you learn the way to do that, but you learn how to make the emotions work. Like when you're on a soap, I used to be on One Life to Live, for instance, in New York. And we'd get there early, and we would all come to a blocking audition first thing with the director and the crew, and hold your script. And then, they want you to walk here on this line, or how they do those at the end of a scene where they have the camera move in on you. They say, okay, you're going to be at the doorway, and then look up and do whatever,
Yes.
So then you go into makeup, and all the time you're trying to figure out, okay, I know I have to walk here on that line, but what is my motivation for it? So it means that you have to come up with all the reasons that your character would actually do it. So it's acting on the fly, and I think it's a great training ground. But if I can brag on Allison a little more, she really feels like she's my daughter. She's literally probably the best actor I have worked with, and I think bar any woman, man, anything, she and I have the best chemistry on set, because chemistry is not just about like sensuality or something like that, but it's about having an instinct with each other that you play off of. So I know that whatever she's going to do, I just let myself, and as Dolores, just play off of it. And she does the same thing with me. It's a trust that doesn't come around very often. For instance, a lot of times in the scenes, in her close-up, you'll see, and she allows me to do this, but I don't know if, when you were a kid, if your mom did this kind of thing, if you have something on your face.
Oh, yep.
I put that in one scene when we were shooting, probably one of the first Hannah's, and she goes, oh, but we both knew it was gold. And so we always do something like that to surprise the other one. And that's just what makes magic. We don't yell cut. We just see what flies, and I think that it's a magical series, magical characters, and man, it's the best acting role I've ever had.
Yes. So sadly, one star has gone. We lost Cameron.
Yes.
But
well, he chose to that. I think he'd be on there forever because everybody loves him. Everybody at Hallmark loves him. But acting, you can't just do it for love. You also have to do it as from a business standpoint. And I know that that's why he decided to do, and he's blessed. We talk about him all the time, and and we keep in touch, but you have to do what's right for your family as well. So but him leaving as Mike opened it up for Victor Webster, which so he's brand new, and he and Allie have worked together many times in for instance, the Wedding Veil series. And Victor just brings something different. I think he brings a strength to act opposite of Hannah, Allison's character, that I think she can't just muscle her way in so easily, getting around, wrapping Mike around her finger as she used to. So he's a challenge for her. And I think that the fans are going to love it as it develops, and it develops a lot more in this particular movie that they'll see Friday night.
I can't wait to see this particular film. I love all these films. Yeah. Every film.
Thank you. Why? What do you like about it?
Well, I love cooking, and I love to bake. And my fair just came in town. So I thought, well, let me try the baking competition. Really? Last year I did 8, 8 baking options. That was a handful, and I placed on
Wow.
all 8 of them.
Oh my gosh. Wow. What did you make? That's incredible. I have to tell Allison that.
I did a banana bread, a pumpkin bread, a pumpkin iced cookie. And one rule, I've never heard of this.
No.
They said in the notebook, orange juice icing and no milk. So no milk in the icing, but orange juice. When I tell you that was the weirdest flavor I've ever had, it was oddly good.
Wow. So was it with powdered sugar? Powdered sugar?
Yes.
Is that what you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Wow. And was it concentrated orange juice or
yes.
regular orange juice?
Yes.
Concentrated?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh my God, now my mouth is watering because that's the kind of flavor I think I'd like because I'm not a regular sweet person, but I like odd things. I like more savory things. I think I would like that. Good job. You need to try for Master Chef.
I would be so scared. I love that cast. But with Ramsay, he is one of the best chefs in the world.
I know. Did you know that I got to be on one of the first seasons of Hell's Kitchen as in the audience?
Mm-hmm.
And I had been doing this diet, this cleanse diet, I bet for at least 3 weeks, like literally just trying with a nutritionist, trying to just get all the hormones and everything right. So literally being so militant on it. And I begged her that night because I got to go with Kathy Joosten as her guest to Hell's Kitchen that night. And I said, oh, please, I have to go off it just this one time. And would you believe maybe it's because I had not eaten anything fun for a long time, but that is seriously the best meal I have had in my life. I'm drooling. I'm just drooling as I'm thinking about it. So I think you should try it because he does have a heart of gold, and you see that all the time. And if you've got talent, you got to go for your dream. Yes. That sounds like what you want to do.
I love to cook. I love to bake, but my dream is to make the rom-coms, a Hallmark film. That's my dream is to make any film. It does not matter, and I have a script in development right now. That's under wraps.
My God! Congrats! My goodness.
Thank you.
So in what capacity? What roles do you want to play? Director, producer, writer, actor?
You writer.
You could do it. The head of the food prep too.
Yes.
There's always a lot of that on the Hannah Swenson.
Oh yes, my dream is to write, maybe act, but I would love to just be on set in any role, just to see which one would work for me the best. With each set, everything is so different, so it would have to remain with which film and which set I'm on, and what they need. But my love is acting and singing.
So are you in an acting class, Noah?
Yes, I was signed with an agency for 3.5 years. Yep. And they didn't want to re-sign me, but that's fine. There's always more agencies out there.
The hardest thing is to get representation, but the thing to do is just keep working at it. And I have a couple books for you that I want you to get. Let me see. I think I have them back here, actually. If we might digress here.
Yes,
I want you to get these 2 books, and you can get them on Amazon, okay? One is Dreams into Action. These are by my old, can you see that?
Yes.
Or maybe hold it back here. Dreams into Action by Milton Katselas. Okay. It is amazing about what you need to do to keep going after your dream and making it happen, like making your workspace your command central, never taking no for an answer, doing things to the nth degree, all of it. I think you will flourish with this book. And then contact me because I want to talk to you about it afterwards, okay? And then this is another one. And let me see. I know I've got my ring lights on it. Let me tip it a little bit. There, how's that? Acting class.
By Milton, oh my gosh.
Yes, this is who I studied with. I studied with him for a couple years and then was 12 years in his master class on top of that. amazing. He's amazing. And so I still take this book with me to every day. It's in my set bag. And so as I'm sitting, while they're setting up a shot or in my trailer, I still go through this thing. And, it's about arbitrary choices as an actor, or there's a scene checklist, and you can never get good enough. It just, every time I open it up, there's something, I'm going to put that right into this scene that I'm working on right now. So those 2 books, make sure you get them, okay? And then dialogue with me and let me know how you do.
Yes, I will. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, with this film, how is this one similar, but not similar with these other ones? So how is it different than any other film in this franchise?
Well, one is Victor brings something brand new to it, and so he's changing the dynamic a lot with Hannah, played by Allison. I think she's gotten more of a depth because she's got to work harder for everything with him. And of course, Dolores is always trying to, make sure, like she's doing in the pictures that you're showing there. She's so bossy. Oh my God. If I guess you'd have to ask my daughter if I'm like that in real life. I hope not. A meddling mother. I try not to be. But when you get a character like this, you could just let it all out and it doesn't count. You could just do it all and then go back to being, oh, yes, honey. Yes. What is it you need? Instead of going, honey, I think you should do it this way. Come on. Let's fix your hair. Foof it up a little.
That's right.
What I mean? And also I think Allison did not write this script, but she always rewrites things because she has our voice now. So we've embraced the humor a lot more, I think, so I think we've got a different balance of the humor as we've grown these characters. And I think that is good. Another thing that Allison always adds that I think is getting more and more to the forefront as we go through these movies is Allison is a true crime podcast junkie. She loves Dateline. She loves all those. I can't watch them before I go to sleep because I have nightmares, but she loves those. And her brain is always writing and thinking about, oh yeah, I could use that in a script. So the more that she's hands-on with every single aspect of the job, she's writes, she's the executive producer on these. She's the star, and she has her eye on the props. She does wardrobe. She does a little bit of everything. And I think that the more that she expands that role and her vision, I think we're just spot on with it. We've grown into and we're still growing into what this whole thing is meant to be. So I think that there's a good balance of really good mystery solving and good acting, and also a lot of comedy and family. I think a lot of the fans always say that they love the interaction with the family, with the Swenson ladies. And that's what I appreciate a lot too. And everybody brings something different to it. Lisa DeRue, Tess Atkins, Dalen now. Yes, so you'll see them right there. Just everybody is such a top-notch actor and team player. So I think that the longer that we go, the more we develop our relationships. And it's fun to play off of each one in the scene because you never know. Like Tess Atkins, who plays Michelle, brings that just like droll kind of thing that Dolores just goes, "What? Millennial? Or is it Gen Z? I don't even know. Is it Gen Z now? I don't know. Yeah. I'm a boomer, so I don't know any of those things.
I am a millennial, so I think it's I am a millennial. I was born in 98, so I think it's the millennial year started.
98. Oh maybe? My God. Yeah. I have shoes older than you, I think, darling.
Well,
but you're doing everything right, though. You're doing everything. You got your own podcast, even. I think you're doing great. Just keep, as Milton used to say, just keep sweeping the alley, and just keep doing your work, and then you will be ready when it all happens. You know.
Well, one lady at my work, God bless her. She comes in and she's a Hallmark junkie. I mean, she loves everything. She comes in and she has a Hallmark shirt on. I'd never met her before, and all I said was, "Oh, you watch those ones as well, right?" Her eyes got about that big, and she goes, "Yes, do you watch Hallmark too, Sonny?" And I said, "Yeah, yes, ma'am." She goes,
Oh, you're so polite.
"Which one's your favorite?" She's shaking, her hands are like, "Which one's your favorite?" And I said that this and this. And last year, no, 2 years ago, she she calls my work, and I was off. And my coworker goes, "There was a lady who called, and she had me write down a note to make sure for you to watch this new movie that she just saw, and she was so adamant that you know about it." And it was
Oh,
Three Wise
what
Men and a
movie?
Baby.
Oh, yes. I love those. I just love those movies. See, I think you can get such good entertainment when there's a message sold with humor. You
Yes.
know, I think that I'm just so blessed and grateful to be in this medium and being able to do to do work that's not really work. I mean, I
Yes.
could probably pay somebody to let me do this. Guys, please don't. They're wrestling again.
Oh,
And to be able to do that and make a difference with something, and then to have the feedback where somebody like really acknowledges it and it comes full circle, is just everything. It's just perfect. Norma, come here, come here, come here. Sorry, can you hear my animals too hard? They're having fun.
Yeah.
They're like kids. They wrestle with each other, but I have no control.
You're fine. My dog, he zooms as soon as I get home. He zooms from couch to couch, and then I have to sit in my chair, and he has to sit in my lap. He thinks he's a lap dog, but he's 95 pounds.
Oh my god.
So
Oh my God. I
he
have
was
a little one who's 5 pounds. She just lost some weight. So she was overweight at 6 pounds. So I took her in yesterday. 5 pounds, 4 ounces. Good. And one who's 10 and one who's 15 pounds. So they're little.
my last one was 22, and he
Aw.
he was about like this. But this dog,
Yeah.
he likes to be carried. The issue is I can't. He's dead weight, and he's solid. But when he wants to be carried, he's 95 pounds dead weight, and he can't. And he says, "Dad, why can't you hold me?" And I'm like, "You're huge, buddy. I love you, but you're huge."
This is
Oh,
Norma. This is Norma Jean. After
hi,
Marilyn, because
Gene.
that was Marilyn's name. Hi,
Yes.
Norma. Hi, Norma.
Hi.
Hi. Can you say hi?
You're a sweetie pie.
Hi.
You're
Hi.
sweet.
She's camera shy. Brando, come here, buddy. I'm going to show you Brando too. Come here, Brando. Oh, look at, he jumped up. He loves the
Oh,
camera. Look at, this is Brando.
hi,
Hi.
Brando.
See you say hi, buddy.
Oh,
Hi.
look at you.
I know, I love you too. Say hi. Say hi.
When's your acting debut?
So I rescued these guys. They were both strays, and I found them online. And they, when I always have animals here. You know how awful it is when they pass. So I
Yes.
always have a senior rescue here as well. And so anyway, I saw these two, and they were strays, and just so shaggy and awful. So I gave them Hollywood royalty names.
Mhm.
This is Brando, named after Marlon. Look at him, he's so sweet. And then the other one is Norma Jean, after Marilyn. So
Oh, I love them both. I love them both so much.
thank you.
Oh,
And then Tinkerbell is sleeping down here. Oh no, she's not. I have to get her on too. Oh, and here's Henry. Do you see my cat just came through across the desk
oh.
too? Henry, say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Seriously, it is a zoo here. Honest to
Oh,
God. This is Tinkerbell. She's about 15. So, but this is a zoo.
we're
But I love
we're
my
gonna
zoo.
we're gonna have I call one star a Tinkerbell. We call
Uh-huh.
her the Hallmark version, and it's Cindy Busby. We call
Oh.
her the Tinkerbell of Hallmark.
And Cindy is to die for. She was with me in Cedar Cove, so I got to know her there. it really is a family.
Yes.
We've all acted together so many times, and it's just incredible to know. And then the fans too. I'm somebody who reads all the social media comments. So thanks for the good things you say, and thanks for the things that I try and do better when you don't like. But it's just being part of this whole Hallmark family is such a blessing to me in every way.
Who's
Henry?
one star you've never done a film with that you would love to do a film with?
Was it with Hallmark, you mean?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I
Which one?
haven't done one with Paul Campbell I know. I just worked with Peter Benson on a Christmas movie
Mm-hmm.
that's going to air, if I may plug it, December 8th on
Okay.
Hallmark Channel, and their countdown to Christmas, Leah's Perfect Gift. And Peter Benson is the director, and the second time I've worked with him, he directed me in a Crossword Mysteries years ago.
Yes.
Man, is he a great director. And working with, as you know, being an actor, working with an actor's director is everything, because you can take chances. They're not going to leave you looking, I call it egg on your face, but looking stupid if you do too much, especially in comedy, because you can always bring it. And then if the director is looking at through the camera and on the monitor saying, maybe try it a little less. So you're not over. And Peter was amazing, but he's also a fabulous actor. He's the one that I want to work with. Not worked with him yet.
Well, one director that I'm good friends with.
Who?
Jason Bork.
Oh yeah. Wow.
He told me just a few stories with Miss Christmas.
Yes.
So he told me that was shot in a heat wave in Canada. So how was that shooting? Oh my goodness.
We're always shooting Christmas movies in a heat wave in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
You just get used to it. And in fact, just when the director says, is getting ready to say rolling, and action, I always say, I'm the one that always says, okay, act cold. Remember, it's supposed to be cold. And we all go, ooh, like this, as we're trying to suck back the sweat that wants to drip down, because we're in the, look at everybody's in wool sweaters and coats and mittens and scarves, and it is so hot. But the set deck and everybody makes it look like it's real life snow, and somehow you get that belief system going that it really is cold, but it is so hot. It is so hot, and I feel especially bad for the background actors, because they have to do it over and over again, and they don't get the luxury of having people come up with a fan to, as I say, to dry up whatever sweat may have dripped down. And we have such great extras, background actors up in Vancouver that we know, and I've worked with so many times now, and every time I go on a set, it's just great to say, hi, how are you doing? How's the family? And thank you, and thank them for being part of our movie again.
With that film, you have done something that is never done on the Hallmark Channel. Your character has a illness.
Yes.
So how did you?
Yeah, and right in the very first scene, we learned that. So yeah, and that was really interesting to be able to do that. And I wanted to not wallow in like the bad things of it. I wanted to. I think it was a really good way to, how do I want to say it? Just to give hope and to celebrate where you are and what you want to do up until the very end. And she didn't die, by the way, which means that we actually could do a sequel, because people recover. There is a percentage that recover from that kind of cancer. But and then working with Brennan
and Brennan, everybody. Come on.
Yes. Yeah. But that was a gift to get to do that character. My mother, years and years ago, passed away over Christmas on December 27th. And it was every acting experience that I have is a way to kind of heal a little bit from that and take away, take away the negativity of it. And I thought this woman would want to have one final hurrah, and just celebrate and live her life out to the fullest, just spreading love and light the way she'd always done. So
Yes.
I really appreciate Two for the Money Productions on giving me that role, and everybody at Hallmark for doing that too. It was healing for me.
Yes.
Now I have cat hair.
Oh, well, they all love you.
Oh, I'm just grateful because I love them. It's my family.
Yes.
I've, you know, I they've given me everything. It's been my dream. So it's a good match.
Some people say it's just Nam. I'm like, no, it's not. This is my child. This is my kid here.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
when it's time for one to go, it just hurts you so much. And
Yeah.
I always say you will never have one that doesn't stick with you.
Oh, that's absolutely true. Absolutely, true. Yeah, I have. You know what I do every time a human or animal passes in my life?
Mm-hmm.
I buy a set of wind chimes that you can get engraved with their name and their dates, and then whatever words that I think fit them. And I have a tree out front. I have a whole area that started with a cat that passed, and whose name was Bammer, and I bought a sign that says Bammer's Garden. And so I have an area out front where I have wind chimes for my mom and dad. And for all the animals, they all have something out there. And it's when I sit on my front porch, Bammer's Garden is right there next to me, and I hear the wind chimes, and I know that they're right there with me. Mm-hmm. And I suggest that if you have a friend who loses an animal or somebody, your parent or anybody, is such a good memory because it helps you get out of grief and gives you something to listen to. And every time you hear the wind chimes in the winds, you know that your angel is near.
Yep, they're always there, no matter what. Always, yep. In every situation of life, and we feel that with everybody, with yep. Anybody and any. Well, my last dog, he passed away in 2022, and mm-hmm. His favorite thing was anything from chicken. He loved chicken strips. So when I would go out, I always bought him his own box of just strips. And where he got sick off of his dog food.
Oh, no.
With his chicken strips, for some reason that kept him going, and he loved the KFC chicken strips. So I would grab those or a hamburger or something like that. And now every single time I eat there, I'm like, well, he's up there in heaven. And he's
there. Yep, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. We just have to be open to those signs too, because I think when you lose a loved one, they always send you signs. Mm-hmm. Always.
And with that, would you like to talk about another film involving Christmas?
Sure. Which one?
Christmas
Evergreen. Oh, I think we did 6 of those, if I'm correct. Mm-hmm. I think 5 or 6. I think 6. Those were just a blast to do because, again, we become a family, and in the magic of the snow globe.
Yes.
I mean, who doesn't feel like a little kid when you're looking at that and you shake it and all the snow is right there again? And I think I personally believe in miracles, so yes. That was really after my own heart.
Which film is your favorite of that series as a fan, just as a viewer? Which one speaks to you the most?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. They all do, but maybe the first one, because we were all just so grateful to be there, and then we get to keep doing it. They all are. And working. I love Ashley Williams. I've played her mom a few times now on things, and she always brings a gift. But everybody on that was great, and I think the writers wrote good storylines, and it was great to be also tied in with the Hallmark cards promotions too, because and the ornaments. So that meant a lot to me to be able to be part of the Hallmark brand.
Those films, whenever they're on, my family stops whatever is on, and they're like, "Hey, it's Letters to Santa. We don't care if it is the news, a game show, a baseball game. It is Christmas and Evergreen time in my family." But they
They
just need
raised
something
you
else.
right. You got a good family, good basis, Nah. Good job.
Well,
You tell your mama that I said that.
yes.
Okay, she raised a good son.
Well, I blame her because she got me sucked in with one particular film that started this all off, which has you in it,
What was that?
and that is Moonlight and Mistletoe.
Oh yes, with Candace. Yes. Norma, no, please. Yeah, that was fun. Again, it was so hot. We did that one in Vermont, actually.
Oh,
And it was, I don't know, maybe it was because it was in Vermont in the summer. It seemed like the hottest one. I think that was the first Christmas one I did. And we actually had people faint on set, not us, but people, the background actors. Because you guys, if you only knew how hot it actually was. But that was the first time I got to play with Candace too, who is just a love, just a doll, just a doll.
and you're also in Christmas Detour with her and Marcus
Yes.
as well.
Yes, and that was a fun character to play. Playing bad girls like that, like I as what I say, like uppity, and I just love playing characters. Like it's fun to play somebody who you're not, for a while and just kind of put it on,
Mhm.
and then come, because it gets it out of your system, so you don't have to do it in real life, you know.
Yes.
So that was fun. She's such a good actor. It was great.
I was told that she was my first crush.
What,
I
in Full
was told
House?
that. Yeah. Yep.
Are you too young for a Full House?
No. Nope.
No.
I was. My mom said I was about 9 months old, and she sat me in my bouncer,
Yes.
and they aired it 4 hours a day on some channel from like 10 to 2. From 10 to 2, I was just there and I was sucked in. I bounced, and whenever she was on screen, I bounced and bounced and bounced. When anybody
That's
else
so cute.
was, it was just I bounced a little bit, but when she came on, it was just constant. So
That's so cute. You imprinted on her, or she imprinted on you. Yes.
yes,
Yes.
I've been a fan for 25 years, and I would love to meet
Yeah.
her. I'm
Yes.
trying to, but hey,
Yeah.
when the time comes,
Yes.
it will come. But
Yes.
when that time comes, that's going to be a dream come true for 25 years of just her.
Aw. Yeah, you have to
But
get a picture and give your mom and whoever else put you in that bouncer.
yeah, yes, she just every single time that show's on, she tells that story, and I'm like, mom,
Yeah.
mom,
That's, we moms like to embarrass you guys.
she loves it, and I'm like, mom, every person in my life knows the Full House story, every
That's
single one. But
that's very cute.
I've loved her, and I love her film so much. But what was it like meeting her for the very first time? And did she change any from 2008 to 2015? Somewhere between there.
No, I don't think so. Like we meet and everybody's just an actor, a team player on set, you know.
Hmm.
I did the Christmas contest with her a few years
Yes.
ago as well. No, I love acting with her. She really, no, she's a team player. I like it a lot. So I don't think she's changed really.
No.
Roles change, but I don't think people intrinsically change. And
No.
I think time weeds out people who are not meant to be in this business, because you go so
Hmm.
much on your hopes and dreams and your hearts, and
Yep.
then you get, if you keep getting crushed, or if you get a big head, people don't last very long either,
Yep.
because people want to work with people they like and who make the whole set and team better, which is the only way you can create magic anyway. You can't do it by yourself when you're acting. So I think she's, I admire her both as a person and as an actor.
Do you have a favorite dress or coat that you've worn in any of your films that you would have loved to have just stole from that set?
Well, I have one that Dolores would love to have stolen, but not Barbara. Because see, my inner Dolores comes out in that, but I'm not really Dolores. So in the movie that you guys are going to see Friday night, called A Sprinkle of Deceit, I wear something, a hot pink feather boa. That oh my God, that Dolores gets to work. You know, she works it, honey. And we have a great wardrobe. I think they call him costume designer, not wardrobe designer, in Canada, named Kelsey Barron, and she's brilliant. And I just worked with her on the last Christmas movie I did too, Leah's Perfect Gift. But she just gets me, and everything is the right size when I come in. And a lot of times, you know, as you're an actor, you work from the inside out, but also you work from the outside in. So just imagine when you put on a boa, hot pink, that just changes everything. You know,
That's great.
It's just perfect. Yeah.
One
I could do it as Dolores, but I would never use a hot pink boa in real life. But I channel my inner Dolores when I'm playing that character.
My personal favorite thing you've ever worn is this red jacket in Miss Christmas.
That's so sweet of you.
That felt so much like a warm coat. But then my mom found one. She goes, "Look, it's a Miss Christmas jacket. It's a Miss Christmas jacket." And I said, "Yeah, yes, it is." And then she saw the price, and I went, "It's a Miss Christmas jacket." She got it, and she wears it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You tell your mom thank you, please. Yes. That means the world to me. Thank you. And I bet she looks gorgeous in it.
Oh wow. Yes, she loves these films, and she had one question for you. She loves the crossword films.
Yes.
What was it like with Lacey on set? She loves her, as do I, but what was it like with
she's so normal. She's so normal, and she travels sometimes with her daughter and her husband, and she's just so normal and good, and I just love her. Like who does never heard anybody say a harsh word or anything negative about Lacey. She just gives her complete heart and soul. She doesn't, you know, she's a big star. She doesn't lord it over anybody at all. And she's so, you just know she's always grateful to be working, and to her fans. That what you see with Lacey is what you get. She's just, I love her. I love her. And then when I see her, we say, "Oh, when can I see you and the baby?" You know, I mean, her baby's not so baby anymore, but, and then we both get busy and we don't do it. But we all have relationships back and forth with everybody, and text each other, and, you know, because it is like a family being part of Hallmark.
What is your favorite film from them? What's your favorite film that you aren't in? One that's on and you have to watch it.
I watch the Christmas movies just like you guys do. I love everything that Kimberly Sustad is in. That's why I love Three Wise Men and a Baby. And she did one too that is about dogs that I love. I love Alison Sweeney's movies. I love the Wedding Veil movies too. I love that series. Yeah. So I'm just like you guys. I love watching Hallmark because I want that kind of energy in my house for my family.
What's your favorite non-Hallmark film?
Oh,
Overall, your all-time favorite film?
well, my daughter and my favorite movie is Hope Floats with
Hope
Sandra
Floats.
Bullock, if you know that one.
Phenomenal
Um,
movie.
yeah, but I love the old movies too. I just love the old movies. I love Wizard of Oz. I love Sound of Music. I love all of those, just the classics, like everybody else. So I always watch those when they come on. And nowadays, oh, and my favorite comedy of all time, what is it called with Jack Lemmon, Sandy Day? Oh, The Out of Towners, the
Towners.
original one. If you guys want a master class in acting and comedy, Jack Lemmon and Sandy Dennis in The Out of Towners,
Mhm.
original. uh, just amazing. And every time she goes, "Oh my God." Do you remember? I don't know if you've seen that. If you haven't seen it, no, I put it on your list.
Yes, it's so funny. It's so funny. One of my favorite old films is the long trailer with Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz.
Oh my God, I saw that. Lucy is one of my all-time favorites too. Yes, I've seen that. I don't think everybody else saw that.
It's so
Yes,
funny.
it was great. They just changed the whole business, didn't they, with their
Hmm.
Desilu Studios? Yeah, it's good to know the history of our business. So that's why I think you're going to do really well.
She is my all-time favorite star on screen.
Mm-hmm.
When I was born, and my favorite show is anything she's in. So they had a 48-hour nonstop loop of I Love Lucy on the
Lucy.
hospital,
Oh.
and it was just 24/7, 24/7 nonstop. And my mom and dad were just having the best time, and I'm like, weren't you in pain? Nope, we were just laughing and having a good time, and I'm like, well, I'm glad to know that I was a
Yeah,
easy birth, I guess, with the help of Lucy.
that's so funny. Yes, yes. No, that's comic genius. Carol Burnett too. Same
Oh
thing,
yeah.
comic genius. Yeah. You have to study the classics and learn from them all the time. That's why any new actor, anybody in the business needs to understand and study the old black and white movies and the way that they let a scene play out without doing a lot of close-up cuts, because I think that is better for the craft. Nowadays it's so much more of the special effects and just close-ups and everything. But I just love it. I love good acting. I love watching good acting and reacting.
Who's your favorite star of all time?
I love Marilyn. So when I just love her. As you can see, I have it. Sorry, my cat is here, and I have hair all over everything, but he's happy, so it's okay. But I have Marilyn here. I don't know if you can. Oh, there you. Whoops, there, right there. She was an idol of mine forever, and oh, there she is. There she is up there, and that was me. I got to play her in a movie called The Rat Pack, and she's one of mine. I just feel like I wish I could have known her and could have helped her. I don't know. I just feel a kinship with her. But all the old movies, just all the old actresses, I have this book actually. Hold on. I like to keep all of these here, like Leading Ladies. I'm gonna bring this book over. See, I think you need to surround yourself always with things that feed you and feed your
Mhm.
soul and your spirit and your dream. Look at this book I got
Oh,
when before I even came down to LA. And I actually have a picture of me holding it up, but all the classics in here. Gene Tierney, Joan Fontaine, just everybody. And I just love to just let this seep into my bones, and hopefully I'll get a little bit of what they had to seep in and add to whatever I bring to the mix.
uh, there's one film that feels like a old film that just came out, and it's brand new, and it was The Irishman. That felt like a
Oh, I
50s
didn't
film.
see that.
It's three and a
Oh,
half
I didn't.
hours. Phenomenal
Three and a
cast.
half hours. Wow.
Lovely
Wow.
cast. But
I'll put that down. I'll look at that. Thank you.
it's
I will put that. I'm actually writing that down right now.
it's Marty Scorsese with
Wow. Okay.
Bob De Niro, Joe Pesci, and Al Pacino.
God, not bad cast, huh?
It's
Wow.
phenomenal, but it's 3.5 hours, and it does not feel like that at all. That pacing is so rapid, masterful editing, just a actor's dream, really, with those three
Wow.
in one role with maybe the greatest filmmaker ever, maybe.
Yeah. Wow. That would
But
be amazing to work with a director like that.
I
I'm
have
gonna put this down because my cat loves this too much at the moment.
oh
There we go. There we go.
2 more questions.
Okay.
What's your favorite show of all time?
I Love Lucy, for sure.
Lucy.
Yep.
And then, what is your favorite film during the holiday season? What's your favorite film?
I love It's a Wonderful Life, but I love that one, but that's number 2. The last film I ever watched with my mom before she passed was called The Bishop's Wife, with Loretta Young and David Niven, who I later married. Well, I was actually married to David Niven Jr. at the time. So it was with his dad and with Cary Grant. And it's such an amazing movie, and about miracles and about God and belief and faith, and it just has everything in it. And so I watch it alone every Christmas now because it makes me feel close to my mom.
Well,
So
thank
if
you
you guys
so much.
haven't watched it, please watch The Bishop's Wife this coming Christmas.
It's a phenomenal film. Anything that Cary Grant does is gold. He done close to, I think, 100 films, and each one is phenomenal.
And did you know that David Niven is in that? He plays her wife, but the studio had wanted them to originally offer them each other's part, and they switched because they thought they would be better this way.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. So lovely getting to know you, Noah, and I hope to share a set with you one of these times.
I would love that. Would you ever want to come back on this show and meet my co-hosts?
Yes, of course I have to. And we have to honor the teachers out there too. So yes, please tell her no stress and no worry, and we'll do it again.
Yes.
And thank you for asking me. It's my honor.
And thank you. And as always, guys, like and subscribe if you're new. Watch all the films. I have a link down below to all of the Hannah Swenson films on DVD from Amazon.
Oh wow!
And they are phenomenal. I own them all. They're always great.
Thank you.
And thank you, guys. And as always, keep your heart full of Hallmark.
Yeah.